Let's see what we've won. A VFR motor in the John Bart. D. Newley in the Georgia. Bogarath in the Tirpitz. And Mustang P51A10 in the ARP Congo. Weebs represent. Over on the other side, we've got XGC Plumber in the John Bart. Jesse the Kitty in the Julio Cesare. Actually known for its speed at Tier 5. Captain Benevolent Fair in the Tirpitz. And Bedge in the Georgia. Congo is actually a pretty zippy little ship. Then again, so is the Cesare. This will be a little bit different as we're used to see our little bros slowly meandering toward their own destruction. But in this case, we've actually got some real engine power and the ability to move forward at a pace faster than slow. We'll have to see what these folks do with it. Over on the OGF BBs, we've got the John Bart kind of moving toward Charlie. Not necessarily committing, maybe on the inside of the island. With the Georgia heading mid, Tirpitz heading mid, and the Congo looking for emotional support. Doesn't quite want to be alone yet. And on the other side of the extraordinary potatoes, we've got the John Bart taking a shot at the Tirpitz. With the Tirpitz responding, shots out. Tirpitz taking a little bit of chisel damage, that's about 2k, and we've got the long-ranged, extremely accurate Tirpitz fire hitting for 4. And looks like the Congo from downtown able to clear maybe 2 guns over at that John Bart. Congo with an exceptional amount of range for its tier, but unfortunately not a lot of getting it done. As the John Bart takes no damage, but the Tirpitz of Captain Benevolent Fair shows broadside to everybody, immediately saying, fuck this cap, and starting to nope right out, shots out from the Tirpitz coming his way, or maybe those are just a cloud of secondaries, as more hits come through from the Bart, ripping that Tirpitz down to 53,000. Bogrut and the Tirpitz down about 15k. John Bart of XGC Plumber down about 15. Kind of the same, while the Tirpitz of Captain Benevolent Fair has also been nicked. Pretty much everybody, high hopes, high health, as all 4 of OGF BBs are pushing down the Bravo center cap. If they're able to dive through and this Cesare and potentially the Bart get a little too deep into Charlie, that might actually cut the enemy force into 2 pieces. But at the moment, not seeing it being capitalized on. However, multiple guns seeing the Georgia and able to shoot at it, while the Cesare not. However, Bart shells clearing the mountain, hitting the Congo, thump thump for probably about 6, down to 38k. Cesare is actually snuggling up to that island, but still moving forward. More shells from the Jean Bart, clipping into the Tirpitz. It's not a Citadel, but it's a solid chunk down to 48, and OGF continuing the push. John Bart with the Turtleback, pushing, 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 and looks like nobody's got Hydro, but the John Bart is turning in. Those torps are not gonna click. Tirpitz torp sent on the way of the Cesare, as secondaries are going to pen all over that. And shots out as well. Not doing very much. Tirpitz of Bogarath below half, definitely the one who's in the most danger of getting owned, as they've got a John Bart potentially with a reload booster. Shells out, thunk down to 22, and thunk down to 5. About to clear the island and start to being able to angle. Holy shit, that's a cool looking skin. Georgia Veg backing up, or Veg backing up. Benevolent Captain Benevolent Fair also reversing. And now we have the OGF BBs stuck in the middle. We've got the Extraordinary Potatoes have taken Charlie, are up about 50 points. Turpitz falls to the crossfire as the Cesare as well as the Jean Bart moves in from behind. OGF commits to the bush. The YOLO button engaged, although the Congo is starting to linger with only 30,000 health and a whole bunch of tier 5. This might be the next fresh meat on the block. However, the Georgia down to 18. Still the brunt of a bunch of focus fire. Congo takes a chunk down to 17, matching with the Georgia in all but tier. Georgia chucks some shells at the John Bart, which do lodge but don't do very much. Georgia's got a faster heal cooldown and probably one that's a little bit better than the Congo. Yet the Congo pulls ahead in the race of who's got the more health, as 3 battleships shoot the Georgia in the face while the Congo gets shot kind of by 1. Thunk down to 18. That brings it even again. As the Potatoes move in from behind, taking B. Congo now down to about 6,000. 5,000. 3,000, that's the sign of a death. 2,000 and 0. That's 2 down of the OGF BBs. Meanwhile, Georgia's still doing whatever, but the Jean Bart actually angling to the Turpitz while the secondaries continue to chisel. However, the Turpitz has torps, so the Jean Bart's trying to scream into an evasive maneuver as the Turpitz screams right back. Big question, how much side does the Turpitz show the Georgia? And the answer is, doesn't matter, because the John Bart just got pwned. And with that, the Turpitz is going to point his nose to the Georgia and look for that wonderful spin the bottle ship makeout session at the end of the first match. It's all over, but the changing of the score, and I'm doing that right now, adding 1 point over to Extraordinary Potatoes, taking game 1.